Good afternoon, children. Welcome to your iLearn English language class. We are going to do the chapter Transformation of Sentences today, which is chapter number 17 on page number 134 of your book. It is a very, very important chapter as far as your class 9, 10th, 11th, 12th is concerned. Transformation of sentences means changing sentences from one form to another without changing its meaning. The meaning of the sentence should not change while changing it from one form to another. So there are sentences. You have studied the kinds of sentences already. There are 4 types of sentences based on their meaning, and based on their structure, there are also 3 kinds of sentences which you have already done, which is simple, compound, and complex sentence. Besides that, you have to transform direct into indirect speech and indirect to direct speech, as well as active to passive voice and passive to active, which we have already discussed and studied in detail. So here we will concentrate on transformation of sentences from one form to the other based on their meaning and based on their structure. Okay, so pay attention carefully so that you can understand. It is very simple. Now that you have done all the chapters, it will not be so difficult for you to understand. So let us start with transformation of sentences. So I told you, based on meaning, sentences are of 4 types. What are those types? Assertive sentences or declarative, which we called assertive or declarative sentences, exclamatory sentences, imperative sentences, and interrogative sentences. These are the 4 kinds of sentences which we have been doing since class 6. These are the 4 kinds of sentences based on their meaning. Interrogative, you all know, they ask questions. Imperative, give command, request, advice. Exclamatory, express a sudden feeling. And assertive sentences, they are normal statements. So a sentence can be transformed from one type to another without changing its meaning. And that is what is called transformation of sentences. To change a sentence from one form to another without changing the meaning of the sentence. Now let us see declarative and assertive sentences. Declarative or assertive sentences are also of 2 types: affirmative or positive sentence and negative sentence. So declarative and assertive sentences are of 2 kinds, which are affirmative or positive sentences and negative sentences. So affirmative or positive or declarative assertive sentences, we call it positive assertive sentence or positive declarative sentence, and negative assertive sentence or negative declarative sentence. So in an affirmative sentence, you will not have any negative words, but in a negative sentence you will have negative words like no, not, nothing, never. Okay, that makes the sentence a negative sentence. The use of words like no, not, never, nothing, no one, these are the words which make a sentence negative. Now, first kind of transformation which we are going to see is transformation of affirmative sentences to negative sentence and vice versa. Now, in order to change an affirmative sentence having an auxiliary verb, you all know that sentences do have an auxiliary verb, into a negative sentence. Okay, a sentence which is affirmative and at the same time has an auxiliary verb in it. When we try to change it into a negative sentence, what do we have to do? We should add not after the auxiliary verb. We should simply add not after the auxiliary verb and use the opposite meaning of the verb, adjective or adverb in the negative sentence. Like if I say he is always present, he is never absent. Okay, so he is not absent. Like not, in place of not, you can use any negative verb. So he is always, the opposite of always is never, and the opposite of present is absent. So this is what you have to do. If there is no auxiliary verb, suppose the sentence has no auxiliary verb, to do verb will be used as auxiliary verb to make it negative. What is to do verb? Any do verb like do, does, did. Okay. So we will use these do verbs to make the sentence negative in case the sentence does not have an auxiliary verb. If the sentence has an auxiliary verb, we will simply add the not word or any negative word after the auxiliary verb. But in case the sentence has no auxiliary verb, in that case, we will add a do verb to make it negative, like don't, didn't, doesn't. These words we will use to make it negative depending on the tense of the sentence. And after the to do verb, not will be added and the opposite meaning of the verb will be used, just like in the case of sentences having an auxiliary verb, we will use an opposite meaning of the verb to change it from affirmative to negative. Now let us see some examples. Sorry. The garage is untidy. So this sentence has an auxiliary verb. So the garage, the negative sentence would be the garage is not. After the auxiliary verb, we will use not. And the opposite of untidy is tidy. So the garage is not tidy. Simple. Affirmative is the garage is untidy. To make it negative, I have added the not word. The garage is not tidy. Okay. Now let us see another example, changing from affirmative to negative. I will be present at school today. I will be present at school today becomes I will not be absent from school today. So again, auxiliary verb will and we have the not here and present becomes absent. I will be present at school today. The meaning does not change. When we change it into the negative form, we say I will not be absent from school today. The meaning remains the same, that the person will be present at school. The meaning does not change. At the same time, the sentence becomes negative. So we change this present to the opposite meaning, absent, and we add a not in between will and be. We add a not. Let us see another example. I admit that I have made a mistake. I admit that I have made a mistake. So now, see, there is no auxiliary verb here. So I have used the to do verb, I do not. Okay, or I don't. You can write I don't also. So I do not admit. The opposite of admit is deny. So I do not deny that I have made a mistake. The meaning also does not change. And at the same time, the sentence has become negative by adding the word not. So since there is no auxiliary verb here, we use do and then we add not. And then the opposite of the verb, admit, deny. I admit that I have made a mistake. I do not deny that I have made a mistake. Now let us see if the sentence is negative, vice versa, I have to change negative sentence into affirmative. That is also the same way. We will use the opposite word and we will remove the not, no word, negative words from the affirmative sentences. So nobody was absent will become everybody was present. So no is removed, nobody becomes everybody, and absent becomes present. And therefore, we changed a negative sentence into a positive or affirmative sentence. Nobody was absent. Nobody becomes everybody because this is a negative word. And then nobody was absent means that everyone was present. The meaning also does not change. Another sentence changing from negative to affirmative. The general left nothing unsaid. Left nothing unsaid means he said everything. Okay. He did not mince any words. He said everything that he had to say. So nothing is the negative word here. So we will remove nothing. Nothing becomes everything and unsaid becomes said. So the general said everything. Okay. Another one, changing it negative to affirmative or positive sentence. I didn't get good grades. I didn't get good grades. So good becomes bad. And what did she get? If she didn't get good grades, she got bad grades. So I didn't get good grades becomes I got bad grades. Okay. So now we will move on to the next kind of transformation, which is transformation of assertive sentences to imperative and vice versa. Now already we know what are assertive sentences and what are imperative. Assertive sentences make a simple statement or states a fact or an opinion. It is a simple statement of facts and it always ends with a full stop. Whereas an imperative sentence expresses a command or a request. It also ends with a full stop. And often the subject in case of imperative sentences is not mentioned, but it is understood. Okay. So an imperative sentence is a sentence which expresses either a command, request, advice, you have done everything. Then it also ends with a full stop, and often we don't have the subject clearly mentioned. It is the subject is generally understood in case of an imperative sentence. Now let us see some examples. We have already learned how to transform them when we were doing active and passive voice. So an assertive sentence like you should complete your homework. And when we change it into imperative, we can write complete your homework because an imperative sentence does not need a subject as such. It does not need a subject. Complete your homework can be a request. It can be an order. It can be a command. Complete your homework. It can be a command. So an assertive sentence, you should complete your homework, becomes complete your homework when we change it into imperative. Another sentence, you should never be a bully. Again, you see, you should. Okay. So never be a bully. So never be a bully is an advice. You can take it as an advice. Then it makes it imperative. So never be a bully is fair enough when we change it from assertive to imperative sentence. Again, another example, you are requested to open the windows. So this is a request. So how will you change it into imperative? Please open the windows. Simple. We've been doing this from class 6 onwards, so it must be simple. Now let us do the opposite. Vice versa, imperative into assertive. Stop writing now. So this must be a command to the students to stop writing. So how will you change it into assertive? Like we were writing in case of changing from assertive to imperative, we were using you should, you must. So you can also use you should stop writing now or you must stop writing now. I have written must because in case of an exam, you will always want you should means that you may or may not, but you must means that you have to stop writing now. Okay. So this is how you will change from imperative to assertive. You will do just the opposite. Now, imperative sentence, please sing a song for us. So it is a request. So you can write, you are requested to sing a song for us. So in case it is a please request, you can write, you are requested to sing a song for us when you are changing from imperative to assertive sentence. Next, let us go for a stroll. We had done the let sentences also before. So you know that we use let in case of imperative sentences. So let us go for a stroll is a suggestion. So we will change it into assertive by saying we should go for a stroll. We use the word should here also. We should go for a stroll. Now let us see transformation of assertive sentences to exclamatory sentences and vice versa. Now we already know what are assertive sentences and what are exclamatory. Assertive makes a simple statement and ends with a full stop, and exclamatory sentences express a strong feeling of joy, of sadness, of anger, of jubilation. Okay. So these are the strong feelings or emotions which are expressed by exclamatory sentences. These sentences usually end with an exclamation mark and they usually begin with what or how. Like what a beautiful day it is. How beautiful is her handwriting, like that. Okay. Now let us see how to convert or transform assertive into exclamatory. Our soldiers fought in the stormy weather very bravely. So we know that we can begin with how or what. So how bravely our soldiers fought in the stormy weather, exclamation mark. Okay, this is clear. We are starting because we are changing from assertive to exclamatory sentence. We are using how. We can also use what depending on what is following this. How is followed by an adverb. So how bravely our soldiers fought in the stormy weather. Virat Kohli played a great innings yesterday. So now we are talking about a great innings, which is a noun. So we will use what? What a great innings Virat Kohli played yesterday! Exclamation mark. Next example. The share market witnessed a terrible fall today. So this is something expression of shock. This can be an expression of shock. So you can say the share market witnessed a terrible fall today. We can say what a fall the share market witnessed today, or we can also add, oh, what a fall the share market witnessed today. Okay. So when there are two exclamatory kind of sentences, so O is an exclamation in itself. We put an exclamation mark here. And since we are starting this one with what, so we also put an exclamation mark here. You can also only write what a fall the share market witnessed today. That is also correct. Now we will do the opposite, exclamatory to assertive. So an exclamatory sentence like what an innocent smile she has. So what, when we are using what, it changes to very. She has a very innocent smile. So you have to just convert it into a simple statement. An exclamatory sentence has to be converted into a simple statement, simple assertive sentence. And an assertive sentence is nothing but a statement of a fact, and you put a full stop. So the fact is that she has a very innocent smile. That is how we change it. Now, if only I was on a cruise to Alaska right now. So this is another sentence which you must know. If only I was on a cruise to Alaska right now. So whenever we are expressing a wish, if only, then when we change it into assertive, we will write I wish. So I wish I was on a cruise to Alaska right now, and vice versa also. If you get a statement like I wish I was on a cruise to Alaska right now, when you change it into exclamatory, you will write if only I was on a cruise, or if only I were on a cruise to Alaska right now. Exclamatory sentence says how beautiful the Taj Mahal looks in the moonlight. How beautiful the Taj Mahal looks in the moonlight will become a simple statement of a fact when we write it, change it into, transform it into the assertive statement. If we say the Taj Mahal looks very beautiful in the moonlight, don't forget to add the very when it is expressing something which is very beautiful. Okay. Otherwise, if it was a normal thing, we wouldn't express it in an exclamatory form. So when we are using how and what, you should use the word very in the assertive sentence. The Taj Mahal looks very beautiful in the moonlight. Now let us do the last of the kinds of sentences based on transformation of sentences based on meaning. So transformation of assertive sentences to interrogative sentences and vice versa. So interrogative sentences, you know that assertive makes a simple statement. So interrogative sentences, all of us know that it asks a question and it ends with a question mark. So let us see some of the rules for changing an assertive sentence into an interrogative sentence. So please pay attention. If the sentence, that is the affirmative sentence, if the sentence is in the affirmative, you have to change it into negative interrogative. Okay, if my sentence is a positive sentence, so my question will have a negative word in it. And if it is in the negative, if my sentence, assertive sentence is a negative assertive sentence, then my question will not have a negative word in it. Okay. So this is the simplest explanation. If my sentence is in the affirmative, we have to change it into negative interrogative. And if my sentence is negative, my assertive sentence is negative, then you have to change it only into an simple interrogative without a negative word. Suppose there is no auxiliary verb in the sentence. Generally, what do we do? The sentence, the affirmative sentence has an auxiliary verb, and my question starts with that auxiliary verb. Okay, my question will start with that auxiliary verb in the sentence. But if there is no auxiliary verb in a sentence, what will you do? You will change it into interrogative by using the words do, does, did, or don't, doesn't, didn't. Okay. So these are the do verbs which you will use to change in case there is no auxiliary verb in the sentence. In case there is an auxiliary verb in the sentence, you will use that auxiliary verb to ask the question. Now let us see some examples. You should have consulted a doctor. You should have consulted a doctor is an assertive sentence and a positive assertive sentence. So when I change it into interrogative, I will begin my question with the auxiliary verb should. Then I will use the subject. Should you not have consulted a doctor? I told you that if your assertive sentence is negative, then your interrogative sentence positive, then your interrogative sentence will have negative words. See, if the sentence is in the affirmative, that is positive, you have to change it into negative interrogative sentence. So therefore, you should have consulted a doctor becomes should you not have consulted a doctor? The next example, there can be no place more comforting than home. Now you see that no is used in this sentence, which is a negative word. So this is a negative assertive sentence. So my question will not have a negative word now. There can be no place more comforting than home will become, we will start with the auxiliary verb can. Can there be? No will become any place. So now I don't have to have a negative word because my assertive sentence is negative. So my question will not be negative. So can there be any place more comforting than home? Question mark. Next example, I told him to practice regularly. Now see, in this case, I don't have an auxiliary verb in the assertive sentence. And my assertive sentence is a positive assertive sentence. It is not negative. And I don't have an auxiliary verb with which I can begin my question. So what will I do? I will use a do word to start my question depending on the tense of the sentence. I told him to practice regularly. Did I not tell him to practice regularly? So I start with a do word did and then I use the subject. Now see that told will become tell when I use did, because with did, whenever you use did, we never use the past tense form of the verb. I have told you this several times in class 7 also. Many children say, many adults also use this. I didn't knew. I have told you several times that with did, we do not use the past tense form of the verb. We will use the present tense form of the verb. So did I not tell him to practice regularly? Why has this not come? Because this is a positive assertive sentence. Therefore, when I ask the question, I will use the negative interrogative. So the transformation will be negative interrogative, and therefore I use the word not here. Did I not tell him to practice regularly? Now, the opposite, interrogative to assertive. Who does not know her? Everybody knows her. My assertive will not have the negative word not now. Okay. So if the assertive was everybody knows her, we could have said who does not know her. So then the not would come. But since it is an interrogative sentence has been given to us, we will try to answer it. While changing it into an assertive form, we will try to answer it. Who does not know her? Everybody knows her. Will this glory ever fade? This glory will never fade. Now, please see, again, notice, will this glory ever fade? Ever becomes never in the assertive sentence. Okay, so this is what I was telling you. If the assertive sentence is negative, my question will be positive. So if you look at it the other way around, my assertive sentences, this glory will never fade. So I have used a negative assertive sentence, and when I have to change it into a question, I will say will. Will is my auxiliary verb. I will begin my question with will. Will this glory ever fade? So never will become ever. My question in that case will not have a negative word. Is it not bad manners not to respond to someone's invite? Now don't look at this not, because this is the part of the sentence. This is the not. Is it not? This is part of the question. Is it not bad manners not to respond to someone's invite? So therefore we know that in the assertive sentence we don't have to use not, because the interrogative sentence already has is negative. So my this thing will not be negative. Okay, it is bad manners not to respond to someone's invite. Okay, then we will not use, we will remove this not, because in the interrogative if there is a not, in the assertive there will be no negative word. So we have done all the kinds of transformations based on of sentences based on meaning. Transformation of assertive to negative, transformation of uh, assertive to imperative and vice versa, exclamatory and vice versa, and interrogative and vice versa. So these are the 4 kinds of transformation of sentences based on the meaning. So I will ask some questions now, and then we can have the next part tomorrow. Only Iram ma'am is going to unmute people, and only that person will answer. I don't want any extra voices. Change the affirmative sentences into negative and vice versa. You are not very kind.
Vanshika.
You are rude.
Yes, you are rude. Very good. Or you are unkind. Very good, Vanshika. He is always on time for meetings.
Sara.
He is always not late for meetings.
No. Always not late. No. Always will become what, Sarah?
He is never late
Yes.
for meetings.
He is never late for meetings. Okay, next one. She was not allowed to enter the house.
Mayank.
Ma'am, the sentence will be
Yes. She was not allowed to
sentence
enter
will
the
be, ma'am.
house.
Ma'am, she was
Okay, someone else try.
Arna.
This sentence will be she wasn't she
It is
was
already a negative sentence. You have to change it into positive, no?
ma'am,
Yes, tell me. Anyone else who knows the answer, then only raise your hand.
Yes, ma'am. She was refused to enter the house.
unallowed to enter the house.
No. And don't speak out of turn. Only Iram ma'am will tell who will speak. Don't speak out of turn.
Yes, Ananya.
Ma'am, she
Ananya.
was allowed. Ma'am, she was allowed to exit the house.
No. Not allowed is the word which you have to change. Ma'am will tell who will.
Okay, Alankrita, give the answer.
Ma'am, she was restricted to enter the house.
Yes, you can use words like restricted or prevented, but you have to use she was restricted from entering the house, because with restricted we only use the preposition from. Okay, she was restricted from entering the house, or she was prevented from entering the house. Okay, this is the how you will change it. Restricted from, prevented from entering the house. And
Ma'am, forbidden to.
forbidden, she was forbidden to enter the house. Like that, okay? You have failed to pay your fee. This one is
Vani.
you have to change it into negative. You have failed to pay your fee.
You have
Yes,
not
Vani.
succeeded to pay your fee.
You have not succeeded in paying your fee. Okay. You have not succeeded in paying your fee, because succeeded again will go with in. Or simpler still, you can say you have not paid your fee. You have not paid your fee also makes it negative. He was not given admission. He was not given admission.
Vanshika.
He was restricted or forbidden admission to give admission.
No.
Siddesh. Yes, Siddesh.
He was dismissed.
No. No. Mute yourself.
Anybody who knows the answer, kindly raise your hand.
This is so simple. He was not given admission.
I think you will have to give
Okay.
the answer.
He was denied admission. He was denied admission. Not given, denied. Okay. She doesn't have many friends. Please understand, it is now I can't ask you class 6 level questions here. So she doesn't have many friends. Think and answer. How will you make it positive? And don't change the meaning also. She
Yes,
doesn't have
Vanshika.
many friends. Who will answer?
Vanshika.
She has a few friends.
Very good. She has few friends. Yes. Doesn't have many friends means it doesn't mean that she does not have friends at all. It means she has few friends. Many opposite few. She has few friends. He had only his daughter with him. He had only his daughter with him. You have to make it negative.
Alankrita.
This is a positive sentence. Yes, Alankrita.
Yes, Alankrita.
Ma'am, he had nobody except his daughter with him.
Yes, he had no one except his daughter with him, or he had nobody except his daughter with him. It makes it negative. Good. Now the next set of questions. Change the assertive sentences into imperative and vice versa. Very simple. Please give me a glass of water. Very simple. We have just done this kind of question.
Tulika.
I request you to give me a glass of water.
Or you are requested to give me a glass of water. Because it is a request, please. So you are requested to give me a glass of water. Next, take care of your health.
Arisha.
It is
Please
imperative.
take
You
care
just
of
have to
your
make it into a statement. Yes, Arisha.
Ma'am, it's imperative, so
Arisha.
please take care of your health.
Oh, please makes it imperative only. This is an imperative sentence. You have to change it into assertive. Take care of your health.
Yes,
Take care
Satyam.
of your health.
You must take care of your health.
Yes, you must take care of your health. See, the answers are there on the screen also screaming at you, because the others which are, I have mixed up both imperative and assertive both. So you should see which one is imperative, which one is assertive, and how you have to change it. You should not break the rules.
Vani.
Vani, first tell me what kind of sentence is this? You should not
I'm
break
assertive.
assertive. Now, tell me how to change it into imperative.
Follow the rules.
No, why will you change it? Now we don't have to change from positive to assertive. We will not change the words. Don't change the words. Without changing the words, you have to change it from assertive to imperative. In negative
Do not break the rules.
Yeah, in negative sentences, we change the words. Okay. So simply we will say you should not break the rules. It becomes imperative when I do not use a subject and I say do not break the rules. I do not need a subject for imperative sentences. We should not break the traffic rules. Again, very simple.
Raise your hands.
Who will
Raise
answer?
your hands, children. Yes,
Raise your
Samriddhi.
hands.
Ma'am, do not break the traffic rules.
Yes, do not break the traffic rules. Next one, let us respect our teacher.
Yashika.
Raise your hand. Yes.
we should respect our teacher.
Yes, because let us respect our teacher is imperative and we will add a subject. We can add a subject and make it assertive. We should respect our teacher. Always speak the truth.
Arna.
Ma'am, we should always speak the truth.
Yes, we should always speak the truth, or one should always speak the truth, or you should always speak the truth. We only need to add a subject and should or must in case we are changing from imperative to assertive. You only need to add a subject and should or must to make it assertive. Okay. Next set of questions. Change the assertive sentences into interrogative and vice versa. Okay, she lives in Canada. Change it into interrogative. She lives in Canada.
Vanshika.
Doesn't she live in Canada?
Yes, very good. Doesn't she live in Canada? Question mark. Very good. Next. Did the boys applaud the players? You have to change this interrogative into assertive. Did the boys applaud the players? Raise your hands. This is so simple.
Yes, Arisha.
The boys applaud the players.
Applauded. Okay, the boys applauded the players. Yes. Next one. We agree about most things.
Alankrita.
Didn't we agree about most things?
Don't we? Okay, Alankrita, didn't is not suiting here. Don't we agree about most things? Okay, don't we agree about most things? Question mark. Because this statement is positive, so my question will be a negative interrogative. So don't means do not. So did they leave in the morning?
Vani.
Raise your hands, children. This is so simple.
They left in the morning.
Yes, they left in the morning. Did they leave in the morning? You have to just answer the question. They left in the morning. His parents have arrived.
Satyam.
Has his
Satyam.
parents, ma'am, has his parents have arrived?
See, what is the auxiliary verb here, Satyam? His parents have arrived. What is the auxiliary verb?
Have.
Have. So you have to begin the question with have. And is this statement negative or positive?
It's positive.
So your question will be? Your question will be what?
Have his parents not arrived? Ma'am,
Yeah.
have his parents
Or
not
haven't
arrived?
his parents arrived? Haven't. Haven't means have not already. So you use haven't. Haven't his parents arrived? Question mark. Or have his parents not arrived? Okay. Have his parents not arrived? Or haven't his parents arrived? Question mark. Good. Next set. Change the assertive sentences into exclamatory and vice versa. You are very slow. Quickly. You are very slow.
Harshita.
Yes,
How
Harshita.
slow you are. How slow you are.
How slow you are? Exclamation mark. Okay, good. What a marvelous sight it was. What a marvelous sight it was. Raise your hands.
Yes, Vani.
It was a marvelous sight.
Yes, very good. Simple statement. It was a marvelous sight. I am very fortunate. Change. Raise your hands. So simple.
How fortunate I am.
Yes, very good. Exclamation mark. How fortunate I am. What a moving story this is.
Anushka.
This is a moving story.
Yes, this is a moving story. Full stop. It is sad that he has lost his new cycle. Change it into exclamatory. Raise your
Lankita.
hands. It is so simple.
They lowered their hands in this one.
Why? It is sad that he has lost his new cycle. You know so many exclamatory sentences. It is sad means what?
How sad it is that he has lost his new cycle.
No. Why are you now you're going with these kind of sentences which you have already done? Now tell me, when we express sadness, what are the exclamations that you use? Alas, he has lost his new cycle. Oh, he has lost his new cycle. That is when we use it is sad. When you change it, suppose I give you a sentence like, hurrah, we won the match. So what will you write? You have to write something. They were jubilant that they won the match. So that is why I have given it is sad that he has lost his new cycle. That means you have to add an exclamatory word like alas. Oh, alas, exclamation mark, he has lost his new cycle. Okay, so that is, don't forget those kind of sentences are also there where it will be mentioned. It is it is a sad, it is sad, or it is shameful, or it is if I say fee. Okay, so fee means it is shameful. So you have to, these kind of sentences also you will get where you have to express those. They were jubilant that they won the match. So you will write, hurrah, we won the match. So those are those are also exclamatory words which you have to use when you get this kind of a sentence. It is sad. It is a matter of joy. It is a matter of pride. So then you have to use your brains and use those words also, exclamatory words, to change it into exclamatory sentences. Okay. So here I will end today's transformation portion, and we will continue with transformation now tomorrow.